Welcome back to another hatred video, and this time's gonna be things I hate in romance anime. That's right, as I try to sound like a radio DJ or something ridiculous. Anyway, I guess it's gonna be like 16 things this time, and I'll try to remember to, say the number of the thing we're on, because everybody likes that. In any case, they're not in any order, it is what it is. You could figure it out yourself. In any case, number one. When friends stalk the main couple. Now, if you've watched romance anime, this one is pretty common. Like they'll go to another town for a hot spring or to the beach or a love hotel. It doesn't really matter where they go, but their friends just conveniently, they're conveniently there, and it's so fucking it is so fucking irritating. It's like, dude, it's a romance anime. We want to follow the main couple, though. We want to see their relationship increase, and you're not helping things. So yes, when friends stalk the main couple. Number two, when kisses get interrupted. It's like, I suppose you really want to understand this. You want to understand a lot of these if you had absolutely no interest in romance animes. But for people that think it's cute or have some understanding of it, you don't interrupt the kiss, man. It doesn't matter if it's on the first episode or the last, especially not the fucking last. But you don't do that. I mean, for those who've watched enough, there of them, you might recognize this. There was one time where they were gonna kiss at the end of the series. It was their first kiss, mind you. And the very last episode, and just as they're about to lock lips, they get a call here saying that some animal is giving birth and they need to go home because fuck whatever freaking logic, man. They can't just put it on hold for like 30 seconds. Yes, number two is when cases get interrupted. Number three, when characters act like there is no point to life without dating. Oh, this might be more common with like the best friend character of the male. I mean, the male lead. And they're usually they're one of like maybe three types. The perverted guy who's always thinking about girls and sex. The cool guy who's always giving him information, helping him out, and maybe a third one I can't think of off the top of my head. But yeah, basically three personalities. And it's so irritating when a character's like, there's no point of doing this without being on a date. There's no point of doing this without being on a date. Oh, my life's over because I am not going on a date. Oh, I wish I was dead because that person rejected me. Oh man, that shit is so fucking stressful to watch, man. So yes, again, number three is when characters act like there's no point to life without dating. Number four, love triangles. This one's pretty self-explanatory, but if you don't know what that means, normally in a romance, pretty much a romance is between a guy and a girl. So less frequently you'll have two guys, and I can only think of maybe one or two that have girls as the main couple. Sakura Trick, by the way. Sakura Trick for Yuri, which is girls, and Love Stage for two guys. And there's others ones too, but I won't mention them. Like, I really fucking hate love triangles, cause well, which ties in with a point I'll mention later, but we all know who the guy is gonna pick. we all fucking know. Anybody that has remote common sense, because there's lots of people that just they don't understand reality. They can't tell by the first episode. Every fucking time, you know who the main guy is going to be with. I've not seen an exception. I can't think of an exception. So basically, any other girl that at whatever point in the story they decide to be like, oh hey, I like the guy too. Well, they're just there for freaking drama, so we could get to see them cry because we know they're not gonna get chosen. Therefore, their introduction in the story is completely fucking pointless. Outside of just pissing me off and letting the fans that actually buy into that crap thinking that they have a remote chance in hell of being with the being the winner in a relationship is yeah, whatever. Number five. Reminder number four is love triangles. I believe we're on number five, right? Yes. When a support character is better than the main character. I was kind of iffy about putting this one. Uh, One example for me is in Kimi no Toki, or it's something like that, right? It's the romance where the girl's like really quiet and they think she's a ghost and cursed and all this stuff, and eventually a guy kind of notices her and he's popular, and it starts off really good, right? But it went downhill really, really hard when they introduced another girl, which offhand I don't remember what her name is, but I made a video about her, which was like characters that receive more hatred than they deserve. Something about that characters undeserved hatred. Something about, and it focused on her specifically, and I I really liked her character by the end of her mini arc, and I can't think of the main girl's name. We'll call her the main heroine, okay? The main heroine, fights to get the guys. He goes into her jealous mode and tries to stop them from getting together. And once he finally succeeds, right? What does she do? She goes back to being friends. It's fine that I completely ruined your relationship with this guy, but I know I made my feelings clear that I love him as a man and not as a friend, but I'm just gonna stay where I am and say fuck you. Yeah. I was Holy shit, was I ever sickened by by the main heroine at that point. She reminded me of the main girl from Tari Tari, what she did to the friggin' I can't even think of the sport he plays. I think it's called badminton. She basically ruined someone's dream, and then next episode she does like some bullshit like, oh, I guess I could say fuck my club that I just forced you to join, some bullshit like that. So we were on number five, I believe. When a support character is better than the main character. Next one is number six, ecchi, which of course this doesn't apply to just romance shows, but I threw it in there anyway. Those who don't know, ecchi is perverted stuff. Like a guy will walk in on a girl changing, and it's just absurdly frequent. But like, this is self-explanatory. When we're having a really good emotional scene, something is bonding characters, and all of a sudden, like the guy fucking trips and then grabs her breast, and then she slaps him, and then gets all angry, and their relationship building that we were just about to get just gets delayed for bullshit reasons. Yeah, that one's really short. Actually, number six. We're on number seven. It's it's pretty much always a male lead. I mean, there's again, I think it's called Sakura Trick was the Yuri one, and they like already they practically technically already have a relationship at the start of the show, but it's like almost always a male lead. You always have to follow the male in a romance show pretty much all the time. I can't really think of too many exceptions. And again, it's a simple one. It gets kind of tedious after you've seen enough of them. Yes, number seven. It's always a male lead. Well, not always, most of the time. Number eight. Dense characters. This is another self. This should be another self-explanatory one, unless you don't know what dense is, which it means you're slow to understand things. Like things that it should be obvious to you. You don't pick up. Like a character could be so fucking dense they could be confessed to and literally not understand what happened. Like, hey, uh, well, we'll say the girl, right? The girl confesses to the guy, and the guy's like, huh? What? You're joking, right? You mean as a friend? And the girl walks up, runs off, freaking crying. As the guy's just a complete fucking jackass because he just isn't using his brain whatsoever. And lots of other moments too, where characters just don't have common sense. They just don't perceive the situation like I would hope real people would. Of course, I know real people aren't perfect, and there's a lot of people who do really stupid things, but I still just want to believe that people are a little bit smarter than some of these situations that we see. I believe that was number eight, right? Yes. Again, number eight is dense characters. Number nine, when the main character is tsundere. This is pretty frequent. Probably 50% or over 50% is tsunderes. Tsunderes are basically they treat people badly, but they're soft on the inside if you break away their core or whatnot. So they'll also like never honest. They're a very fucking annoying. They're a very fucking annoying and for whatever god awful reason popular character. Uh, if you're into romance anime, like try to think of a few characters that are two Sunders as an example. Um, the main girl from Toradora, Tiger, or whatever her other name is. Um, um, uh, God, I can't believe I can't think. Uh, what is that called? Familiar of Zero. There you go. Familiar of Zero. Not exactly romance anime, but Zero, that main girl that blows everybody up, to Sunder, and I could probably put more in the comments later if I wanted to. But yeah, I don't want to keep going because there's more to go. Yes, number nine when the Sunder is the main character. Number 10 when the male character is looking for a girl, wondering why he cares. This is more rare, but like it's like I'm a Gotti or something. It's like the visual novel one that switches every 4 episodes. And when he was doing his second girl, when we were on a second girl arc, his childhood friend Kyrie, I think her name is, like she went missing, and they've been friends since like they're in high school right now, right? At this point of the story, and they were friends since like middle school or junior high. I'm not sure which one it was. We'll say middle school, I guess. And this motherfucker is thinking is running around the town looking for her. He left school to go look for her because she's gone, right? She disappeared. It's somebody that should have some level of importance to him because they're not even friends apparently, despite having been together for so many years. They're not even friends, and this scumbag's sitting there like, oh, why am I even looking for her? I don't understand. There's no reason I should care, and it's like, oh god, I wanted to punch this piece of shit. I fucking I just I'm just gonna move on. This one actually pisses me off. Number 10, when a male character is running away for the girl, I mean looking for the girl and wondering why he cares. Number 11, when love defies laws, since I couldn't think of a particular law, there's various things like coming back to life or flying. It's like basically everything in the show except for maybe one or two moments just just don't make. I mean, makes everything in the show besides one or two moments make sense. I won't, mention what shows I'm particularly talking about. Of course, you might be able to. You might know. Yes, it's like when it's just like it just you get a random like what the fuck just happened moment because they're in love or they kissed and it just crazy nonsensical stuff's going on. I believe we're on. But yeah, that was number 11. When love defies laws. Number 12, drama. And I suppose I'm mostly referring to jealousy with this one. This is pretty self-explanatory. I really don't need to go into this. Jealousy is a really nasty, sickening emotion. You know that bitch character who's Yandere from what's her name? I think her name's from Marie and Nikki, which really isn't a romance despite that her whole character is based around that and a few other characters actually. But it's like basically you just imagine her. She's like the worst of jealousy. She's just a complete piece of trash. And other just drama things that just make you miserable fucking sitting through it. For example, yeah, another example. It's not really a romance. Is Your Lie in April or Kimi Kimi ni Uso, I think. It's the one about the guy who can't play the piano because his mother traumatized him. And when I was watching those mother scenes, and just every time I wanted to drop the damn show, it's like, oh my gosh, please stop and move on to something better. Drama could be good. Drama can be entertaining if it's done well, but sometimes it just really makes me really dislike watching a show when it's not done well. Yes, number 12 is drama. Number 13. The reason for falling in love is stupid. Now, obviously, the probably like anything else on this thing, it's subjective. No, objective, I believe. It could be debated, but I get not really because I'm not going to debate my personal opinion on something. But like for example, look at the anime shuffle. Not I'm not really. I suppose that's considered a romance show, right? And one of the girls in the series, the reason she falls in love with the main character, and I just remember this whenever I think of stupid reasons to fall in love, because hers is just out there, is when they were in kids, probably elementary school age. He pushed her on a swing. Yeah, that's it. There's no epic story. That's why she literally fell in love with him and wants to be with him for the rest of her life because he pushed her on a swing when she was a kid. Oh gosh. I'm gonna move on because it's painful. And I'm gonna stop, repeating the numbers too. Number 14. It ends without a kiss or dating. Now, this is just self-explanatory. If you're gonna make a show that is based on fucking romance, the whole point of the show existing is that we get a damn couple, the damn couple kisses, the damn couple is dating. At least at the end of the series. You cannot have any less than this. You need the kiss because it's part of the significant aspect of romance. And you need the date. You need to end it with dating. No friggin' go follow the manga nonsense. You need to have the dating, okay? Moving on to 15. And this may or may not be the biggest problem I have with romance series. Is that the main couple that I mentioned earlier, mind you, is that the main couple is obvious. I mean, not even generally obvious. I can't even think of a show which, you know, by the end of the first episode, if not even not even sometimes not even watching the first episode, you can know who the guy's going to be with at the end of the series. And then combine with all the other things that they try making it like, oh, well, they're not going to get together, or here's these nonsensical problems, or these other people that just happen to freaking have romantic interest in one of the characters. No matter what bullshit they fucking pull, you already know that the main couple is going to be together. I mean, maybe not these side couples that you may or may not care about, probably more often not, but I gotta admit that romance is possibly the even worse at storytelling than horror. A part of me wants to say that because you already know what the ending is going to be before you watch it, because the genre itself tells you what the ending is going to be, and they never break their mold on who gets together anyway. And I don't want to really go into horror because that's not what this is about. But um, yeah. So I said I'm gonna end it because it's been going on for a bit. Uh, do you enjoy romance? Is there anything that's generally in it that you particularly don't like? Is there any is there no? It's correct. How do you feel about romance anime? Bottom line, we'll keep it simple. Thanks for stopping by, and this was less negative video than ones I made earlier, but I had to do. In any case, have a good day. Thanks for stopping by.